Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today and watching this video. I'm Diana Jepkoski. I'm a psychologist that's still a mom, and I would like to take you through healthy ways of coping with grief because this is a very common question that we get most of the time when most families reach out to us inquiring, how can I process, how can I cope with the loss of my baby? Coping with the loss of a baby is one of the most challenging thing a parent can face or even endure because grief can be so intense, and loss being a natural part of life, we become overwhelmed by the shock and confusion that comes with it, leading to prolonged period of sadness and even depression. So sadness typically reduces in intensity over time, but grieving is an important process in order to overcome difficult emotions. So remember, everyone reacts differently to loss, and for some people, they're able to manage after a period of time with the relevant support at the family level or friends, and also with developing healthy habits of coping. So it's very different, and there's no exact time frame to say that this is a normal period of grieving and by this time you should be at a better place. So it's different. So as I get to highlight different ways of coping, remember it calls for personal mechanisms of dealing with grief, and these are just the typical examples that we share for someone just to try to find normalcy once again in their life, even as they get into this new stage of grief, which is different, that comes in and disrupts a lot of things, and now you're trying to figure out things once again. So talking about it is the most important thing you can do, to be aware and to acknowledge. Ignoring and escaping emotions is very risky because you will be taking in a lot and failing to address the main thing, which is grief. 10 years from now, 5 years from now, you'll still be overwhelmed and you will still be dealing with difficult emotions. So when you talk about it, you're able to freely express emotions with love, because these emotions needs acknowledgement, and the more they're ignored, the more they persist. So apart from talking, get also to engage your body physically through exercising, maybe running, maybe going for a walk, trying to physically engage your body to release difficult emotions. Because again, remember, your brain is also overwhelmed and your body is overwhelmed, and they need an outlet, and that can be through creating a routine to exercise to help you feel better, to release more dopamine hormones, which is a feel good hormone, to help you develop good or even high moods as you navigate grief. The third one, rather, is artistic expression of grief, maybe through painting, through writing music, through drawing, igniting the artistic side of you and engaging your brain to a place of stability for you to be aware and for you to relax your mind. And finally, you can also record your experiences through a journal or even recording yourself, just talking about how your journey has been and how you felt about it, and the various events you went through at the hospital, with family, coming back home, looking at the baby's room, the clothes and all that, trying to remember how that experience has been and putting it on paper to allow you to be more aware and acknowledge your emotional experiences. Finally, crying. Crying is very important. Crying is an outlet for emotional trauma. It's an outlet for emotional tension that has been created through grief. The more you cry, the better for your body to relax and to calm. And apart from that, crying is a love language to your child. Crying is a messenger of overwhelming grief. Crying speaks louder than 10,000 tongues about your child, about the experience you had during the pregnancy, about the dreams that you had. So allow yourself to cry. Do not feel bad about crying because it is completely healthy, and it's a way you're communicating to your baby and how much you've missed them, how much you desired to keep them longer. So allow yourself to cry, and this goes out to all family members who keep on telling you you need to be strong, you need to stop crying. No, you should give room to bereaved people to cry, to let out their pain. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm hoping that this is going to empower you and to support you as you navigate this difficult experience.